Chapter 23 of Beverly of Graustark. This is a LibriVox recording. All LibriVox recordings are in the public domain. For more information or to volunteer, please visit LibriVox.org. Recording by Linda McDaniel. Beverly of Graustark by George Barr McCutcheon. Chapter 23 A Shot in the Darkness. Baldo started off at once for the castle, his heart singing. In the darkness of the night he kissed the message which had come to him from Her Highness. The envelope had been closed with the official seal of Yetive, Princess of Graustark, and was sacred to the eyes of anyone save the man to whom it was directed. The words it contained were burned deep in his brain. You are ordered to report for duty in the castle. Come at once. Her Highness has sent an official command to Colonel Quinnox. Colonel Marlanx has been here. You are not expected to desert until you have seen me. There is an underground passage somewhere. B. Baldos went alone and swiftly. The note to Colonel Quinnox had been imperative. He was to serve as an inner guard until further orders. Someone, it was reported, had tried to enter Miss Calhoun's room from the outside during the rainstorm of the previous night, and a special guard was to be stationed near the door. All of this was unknown to Baldos, but he did not ask for any explanations. He was halfway to the castle when the sharp report of a gun startled him. A bullet whizzed close to his ear. Baldos broke into a crouching run, but he did not change his course. He knew that the shot was intended for him, and that its mission was to prevent him from reaching the castle. The attendants at the castle door admitted him, panting and excited, and he was taken immediately to the enchanted boudoir of the princess, which but few men were fortunate enough to enter. There were 3 women in the room. I am here to report, your highness, said he, bowing low before the real princess, with a smile upon his flushed face. You are prompt, said the princess. What have you to report, sir? That an attempt has just been made to kill a member of the castle guard, he coolly answered. Impossible! I am quite certain of it, your highness. The bullet almost clipped my ear. Good heavens! Gasped the listeners. Then they eagerly plied him with more agitated questions than he could answer. And you did not pursue the wretch? Cried the princess. No, your highness. I was commanded to report to you at once. Only the success of the assassin could have made me, well, hesitate, said he calmly. A soldier has but to obey. Do you think there was a deliberate attempt to kill you? Asked the Countess Dagmar. Beverly Calhoun was dumb with consternation. I cannot say, madame. Possibly it was an accidental discharge. One should not make accusations unsupported. If you have no immediate need of my services, your highness, I will ask you to grant me leave of absence for half an hour. I have a peculiar longing to investigate. There was a determined gleam in his eyes. No, no, cried Beverly. Don't you dare to go out there again. You are to stay right here in the castle, sir. We have something else for you to do. It was that awful old Marlanx who shot at you. I left General Marlanx in Colonel Quinnox's quarters, Miss Calhoun, interposed Baldos grimly. He could not have fired the shot. For 2 or 3 nights, your highness, I have been followed and dogged with humiliating persistence by 2 men wearing the uniforms of castle guards. They do not sleep at the barracks. May I ask what I have done to be submitted to such treatment? There was a trace of poorly concealed indignation in his voice. I assure you that this is news to me, said Yetive in amazement. I am being watched as if I were a common thief, he went on boldly. These men are not your agents. They are not the agents of Graustark. May I be permitted to say that they are spies set upon me by a man who has an object in disgracing me? Who that man is, I leave to your royal conjecture. Marlanx? Yes, your highness. He bears me a deadly grudge, and yet he fears me. I know full well that he and his agents have built a strong case against me. They are almost ready to close in upon me, and they will have false evidence so craftily prepared that even my truest friends may doubt my loyalty to you and to the cause I serve. Before God, I have been true to my oath. I am loyal to Graustark. It was a sorry day when I left the valley and— Oh! cried Beverly piteously, don't say that. "Alas, Miss Calhoun, it is true," said he sadly. "I am penned up here where I cannot fight back. Treason is laid against me. But beyond all this I have permitted my loyalty to mislead my ambition. I have aspired to something I can cherish but never possess. Better that I never should have tasted of the unattainable than to have the cup withdrawn just as its sweetness begins to intoxicate." He stood before them, pale with suppressed emotion. The women of Graustark looked involuntarily at Beverly, who sat cold and voiceless, staring at the face of the guard. She knew what he meant. She knew that something was expected of her. A word from her and he would understand that he had not tasted of the unattainable. In one brief moment she saw that she had deliberately led him on, that she had encouraged him, that she actually had proffered him the cup from which he had begun to sip the bitterness. Pride and love were waging a conflict in this hapless Southern girl's heart, but she was silent. She could not say the word. "I think I know what you mean, Baldos," said Yetive. Seeing that Beverly would not intervene, "we are sorry. No one trusts to your honor more than I do. My husband believes in you. I will confess that you are to be arrested as a spy tomorrow. Tonight you are to serve as a guard in the castle. This should prove to you that I have unbounded faith in you. Moreover, I believe in you to the extent that I should not be afraid to trust you if you were to go out into the world with every secret which we possess. You came here under a peculiar stress of circumstances, not wholly of your own volition. Believe me, I am your friend." "I shall revere your highness forever for those words," said he simply. His eyes went hungrily to Beverly's averted face, and then assumed a careless gleam which indicated that he had resigned himself to the inevitable. "I am constrained to ask you one more question, sir," went on the princess. "You are not the common goat hunter you assume. Will you tell me in confidence who you really are?" The others held their breath. He hesitated for a moment. "Will it suffice if I say that I am an unfortunate friend and advocate of Prince Dantan? I have risked everything for his sake, and I fear I have lost everything. I have failed to be of service to him, but through no fault of mine, fate has been against me." "You are Christabel," cried Dagmar eagerly. He gave her a startled glance, but offered no denial. Beverly's face was a study. If he were Christabel, then what of the game warden's daughter? "We shall question you no further," said Yetive. "You enlisted to serve Miss Calhoun. It is for her to command you while you are here. May God be with you to the end. Miss Calhoun, will you tell him what his duties are for tonight? Come, my dear." Yetive and Dagmar walked slowly from the room, leaving Beverly and her guard alone. "I am at your service, Miss Calhoun," he said easily. His apparent indifference stung her into womanly revolt. "I was a fool last night," she said abruptly. "No, I was the fool. I have been the fool from the beginning. You shall not blame yourself, for I do not blame you. It has been a sweet comedy, a summer pastime. Forget what I may have said to you last night. Forget what my eyes may have said for weeks and weeks." "I shall never forget," said she. "You deserve the best in the world. Would that I could give it to you. You have braved many dangers for my sake. I shall not forget. Do you know that we were watched last night?" "Watched?" he cried incredulously. "Oh, fool that I am! I might have known. And I have subjected you to don't tell me that harsh things have been said to you, Miss Calhoun." He was deeply disturbed. "General Marlanx saw you. He has threatened me, Baldos. I will kill him. What do I care for the consequences? He shall pay dearly for Stop! Where are you going? You are to remain here, sir, and take your commands from me. I don't want you to kill him. They'd hang you, or something just as bad. He's going to be punished, never fear." Baldos smiled in spite of his dismay. It was impossible to face this confident young champion in petticoats without catching her enthusiasm. "What have you done with that rose?" she asked suddenly, flushing and diffident. Her eyes glistened with embarrassment. "It lies next to my heart. I love it," he said bravely. "I think I'll command you to return it to me," vaguely. "A command to be disobeyed. It is in exchange for my feather," he smiled confidently. "Well, of course, if you are going to be mean about Now let me see," she said confusedly. "What are your duties for tonight? You are to stand guard in the corridor. Once in a while you will go out upon the balcony and take a look. You see, I'm afraid of someone. Oh, Baldos, what's the use of my trifling like this? You are to escape from Edelweiss tonight. That is the whole plan, the whole idea in a nutshell. Don't look like that. Don't you want to go?" Now she was trembling with excitement. "I do not want to leave you," he cried eagerly. "It would be cowardly. Marlanx would understand that you gave aid and sanction. You would be left to face the charges he would make. Don't you see, Beverly? You would be implicated. You would be accused. Why did you not let me kill him? No, I will not go." Neither noticed the name by which he had called her. "But I insist," she cried weakly. "You must go away from me. I command you to." "It is because you want to drive me out of your life forever?" he demanded, sudden understanding coming to him. "Don't put it that way," she murmured. "Is it because you care for me that you want me to go?" he insisted, drawing near. "Is it because you fear the love I bear for you?" "Love? You don't really Stop! Remember where you are, sir. You must not go on with it, Baldos. Don't come a step nearer. Do go tonight. It is for the best. I have been awfully wicked in letting it run on as it has. Forgive me. Please forgive me," she pleaded. He drew back pale and hurt. A great dignity settled upon his face. His dark eyes crushed her with their quiet scorn. "I understand, Miss Calhoun. The play is over. You will find the luckless vagabond a gentleman, after all. You ask me to desert the cause I serve. That is enough. I shall go tonight." The girl was near to surrender. Had it not been for the persistent fear that her proud old father might suffer from her wilfulness, she would have thrown down the barrier and risked everything in the choice. Her heart was crying out hungrily for the love of this tall, mysterious soldier of fortune. "It is best," she murmured finally. Later on she was to know the meaning of the peculiar smile he gave her. "I go because you dismiss me, not because I fear an enemy. If you choose to remember me at all, be just enough to believe that I am not a shameless coward." "You are brave and true and good, and I am a miserable, deceitful wretch," she lamented. "You will seek Ravone and the others?" "Yes, they are my friends. They love my poverty. And now, may it please your highness, when am I to go forth, and in what garb? I should no longer wear the honest uniform of a Graustark guard." "Leave it to me. Everything shall be arranged. You will be discreet? No one is to know that I am your—" "Rest assured, Miss Calhoun, I have a closed mouth," and he smiled contemptuously. "I agree with you," said she regretfully. "You know how to hold your tongue." He laughed harshly. "For once in a way, will you answer a question?" "I will not promise." "You say that you are Danton's friend. Is it true that he is to marry the daughter of the Duke of Matz, Countess Iolanda?" "It has been so reported." "Is she beautiful?" "Yes, exceedingly." "But is he to marry her?" she insisted, she knew not why. "How should I know, your highness?" "If you call me your highness again, I'll despise you," she flared miserably. "Another question. Is it true that the young Duke Cristobal fled because his father objected to his marriage with a game warden's daughter?" "I have never heard so. With a touch of hauteur." "Does he know that the girl is dead?" she asked cruelly. Baldos did not answer for a long time. He stared at her steadily, his eyes expressing no emotion from which she could judge him. "I think he is ignorant of that calamity, Miss Calhoun," he said. "With your permission, I shall withdraw. There is nothing to be gained by delay." It was such a palpable affront that she shrank within herself and could have cried. Without answering, she walked unsteadily to the window and looked out into the night. A mist came into her eyes. For many minutes she remained there, striving to regain control of her emotions. All this time she knew that he was standing just where she had left him, like a statue, awaiting her command. At last she faced him resolutely. "You will receive instructions as to your duties here from the guard at the stairs. When you hear the hall clock strike the hour of 2 in the morning, go into the chapel, but do not let anyone see you or suspect. You know where it is. The door will be unlocked." "Am I not to see you again?" he asked, and she did not think him properly depressed. "Yes," she answered, after a pause that seemed like an eternity, and he went quietly, silently away. Chapter 23. Recording by Linda McDaniel, Atlanta, Georgia, March 2009.